Hello every pony, Dale over here. Warning, this video will contain pictures from Google that is not mine, and also warning it's going to contain spoilers from the new MLP episodes. So if you haven't watched those, I will recommend you watch these before seeing me ramble about it. And also a warning, it's going to contain my personal opinions, but without further ado, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So I have been talking about this before, but the new revelation about the griffin being orphaned and having no family and stuff like that made me think about this theory once again. I actually think that one time there was a war between ponies and griffins and dragons. So the ponies actually turned some of the griffins into stone, here including the king and some of the subordinates. Some of them were maybe also turned into crystal. We see we have 2 in the Crystal Empire, or that's just for decoration, I don't know. But it seems a little weird that the King Grover is turned to stone, and the only animal, or how to say that, the being that we have seen being turned into stone is Discord. So I am in the belief of the ponies actually being in a place where they had no, how to say that, where they had no choice. I don't think Celestia would have done this by evil means, but maybe the griffins were so greedy and so in war with the dragons or something, so there had to be a stop to it, and turning griffins into stone, or the leader into stone, is maybe the most best thing that could happen. Because I don't think she would turn a lot of them into stone, or crystals for that matter. But as we have seen, the only ponies that we know that can turn stuff into crystals is Sombra and Cadence. And at this point, Cadence didn't have any power of the realm and stuff like that. So I think it's actually been happening, this war, in those 1,000 years where Luna was at the moon, and Celestia had to take care of all stuff herself, and it was too much, and maybe the King Grover and the King of the Dragon Lords wanted something else, because I can't in my right mind believe that the dragons never tried to conquer the Crystal Empire or try to eat the Crystal Empire. So I'm in the belief the dragons and the griffins were banding maybe together and trying to take over the Crystal Empire, or they were at war because of greed. Both the griffins and the dragons has a lust for greed, and that's how I think the war started in between the tribes, and how to say that. And I actually think not only is the king of the griffins turned to stone, but I actually also feel that the leader of the dragons at that point was turned into stone, and somebody else took up his mantle, or the dragon scepter, or how to say that. But the reason why I got all of this stuff into my head, and also why I was thinking about griffins have no parents, or they seem to be orphaned. It's not only that griffin from the episode. I also feel Gilda doesn't have a family, even though we see her with other griffins. We know they're not in family. So what if they're sent at a young age to the flight school and trying to defend for themselves and stuff like that, and Gilda was just so lucky that she found Rainbow Dash so she could become friends with her, or how to say that. But I do feel that's also why griffins don't like ponies, because they have this really a long history with them, and maybe, you know, they know that they have no power, or like the ponies are the most powerful race that there is, because like Celestia can turn stuff into stone. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but this actually makes me think a lot, like this war actually froze all of the parents, and this might seem like really, really cruel, but I also feel like it's a way to like set them straight and be like, okay, we are going to like, this is not okay, and like maybe King Grover did something that was even more terrible, and the Dragon King also did something that was out of the line, and Celestia turned them into stone. I don't know, but I do feel like the connection between the Griffin Dragon Pony War and this, with this new Griffin being like orphaned and he doesn't even have like cousins and stuff like that. So I feel like maybe, you know, some of his family were perished in the war, or like turned into stone, as I said. But I don't know about you guys, what you feel and what you think. I have talked about this before with I thought it was really weird, like the griffins was turned into crystals in the Crystal Empire, and I actually thought it was like King Sombra that like came back and turned griffins into crystals and stuff like that. But then we came to the episode with King Grover, and we saw like he was turned into stone, and more I have been thinking about like, who turns pony or stuff into stone? Yeah, that's Celestia, that's the main six, or it's the chicken thing with lizard spotter. I forgot what it's called, but I'll show a picture of it here, the cockatrice or what it was called, yeah. But I don't feel like they had any, you know, unluck with the cockatrice, or how to say that. So I do believe like it was Celestia that turned King Grover into stone to make a symbol, or how to say that, to make it so like they are not like going out of the way to let their greed corrupt them, or how to say that. Maybe that was the problem, yeah. And we have seen like Celestia doing dark magic before, so maybe I'm wrong in the start with her actually not doing it, because like I'm also thinking like this is way too much for Celestia to handle. Not only that she had to have sent her sister away for 1,000 years, she had to like take care of the sun, the moon, and every day in Ponyville, and maybe also like in the Crystal Empire and the other places we don't know, because like at this point we didn't have Cadence, we didn't have like the others that are princesses now, or how to say that. So yeah, I feel like she had to be like a surrogate mother for like both empires, and at that point I do believe like Sombra was in power, but like Celestia couldn't do anything about it. So maybe in a big war with like the dragons and the griffins trying to take over the Crystal Empire, Celestia actually tried to like keep them away, keep them safe from Sombra, because she knew like Sombra would just have taken them and made them slaves and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe that was the only way to keep like King Grover away, was to turn him into stone, and the same goes with the Dragon Lord. Or maybe the Dragon Lord was immune but saw you know, what was going on with the Crystal Empire, and was like, okay, I don't want to have anything to do with that, and now like Cadence have love, peace, and yeah, all of that in hand. I don't think like there's going to be any problems, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you think about this theory. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and loved ones. And that's actually all. Yeah, okay, bye.